Hey everybody, today we're going to be playing Birthday's the Beginning, which I've streamed quite a few times before, but it's been a while since the last one. So what this is kind of a life simulator, I guess. Excuse me. Hello. Yes. Yes, hi. Hey Jacob and Music and Grayson. You all were early. Ah, hello, yes. Yes, hello. Parker, would you want to sit down? Would you, hello, yes, please. Yes, hi. Please, sit. So what should we do today? We do challenge things. I guess I didn't really show any of the challenge things. These are mostly little quick things that you try to get a specific... it's kind of quiet for me. There we go. Or we could just go... Yeah, I don't know what to do. Because we kind of... When I first streamed it, we were on our adventure to capture 100% of the species. Bring back Frank Tide Pod memes? I don't know. Frank Tide Pod is not very relevant to this game. You can't spend hundreds of thousands of dollars in this game to be better than everyone else, so I don't think Frank Tide Pod would be interested. Hello? Yes. I guess we'd start a new game. Yes, hello. So basically the story is that this kid, like his grandpa passed away or something, and he found this book with this mysterious like cave marked on a map. How's the audio balance, by the way? No Uganda Knuckles memes. That shit got old like 2 days after it started, so no. Just no. It's not even really a joke. It's just kind of idiocy. So yeah, kid goes into hole, and you know, I don't feel like watching the story, honestly. It's good. Parker, would you please sit? Would you please? Do not do anything that costs money in Abyssrium, no. The assistant sea otter is not worth it. Nothing that costs money is worth it. You shouldn't even really be watching ads. This is not an Abyssrium stream though. We're not gonna be talking about that game. That game is pretty much dead to me. So yeah, this is our little duder. We don't care what his name is. I don't know why it gives you the option to name him. I guess it kind of lets you name your file, I guess. Hello, would you sit please? Would you at least say hi to the chat? No? So yeah, the avatar is basically your, like, he does the things for you. Excuse me. He's basically your mouse cursor, honestly. But you kind of just do things. Am I gonna stream this tomorrow? I honestly don't know. I hadn't really planned ahead. Would you sit? Would you, do not kiss the mic, please. Yes, mini-map. I already know how, I know how all of this goes. I probably should just start just free mode, but this kind of gives you an interesting, like, tutorial. Like, you kind of go through the stages of life, you know. We try to make the first multicellular life forms, then we make coelacanth, and then we make dinosaurs, and then eventually humans. So yeah, this kind of shows you the different controls, and blah, blah, blah. I'll explain it. The tutorial is too long. I don't care. What is this? Wait, what did he tell me to do? Raise the terrain, blah, blah. Yeah, I know. Okay. Wait, what? Oh, I can only do one at a time now. You kind of level up your abilities, and eventually you get a larger world. You'll get the ability to raise more things at a time. Is this like Spore? I want to say no. I've never played Spore. I just know that Spore was like a disaster and like ended up being a minigame collection. This is definitely not a minigame collection. This is like, I don't know exactly what this is like. This is a fairly unique sort of game. It's kind of like SimCity, but you kind of set up an environment for life to happen in. You don't really get to place the life and stuff. Hello. This is a Japanese game. It's not going to happen on Xbox. Sorry. It is coming to Nintendo Switch. It's already on PC and PS4. Yeah, it's coming to Switch eventually. I'm not sure if it's any different version. Was I supposed to do a thing? What did you want again? Valley source. Okay. What do I use? Okay, so there's items you can use to sort of terraform in specific ways and stuff too. Wait, what? How do I use? Oh. How dare you? How dare you call me useless? Bad game. You can't use it there. I don't know what he wants me to do. Is it like an indicator? I have no idea what the stupid thing wants. What do you mean using the wrong spot? Oh, the mini-map. I couldn't see because Parker is sitting in front of it. Would you please sit down? Spores like you grow multicellular organisms. Yeah, Spore, like the main thing of Spore was that like you can create your own duders, I guess. And the duders already exist because it's based on real life. There's just a few fantastical animals they added for fun. This is not a fantastical duder game. Primordial drop. So this is how life was made. You get a little primordial drop and you poop it down there, and then water happens. It's real. It's true. You can tell it's real because the ground is flat, just like the real planet Earth. Real. Alright, Mr. Tutorial Man. I regret starting the new thing. He's not this chatty at all times, but alright. The broth of life, which sounds like a euphemism for something gross. I do all the time, blah blah blah. Oh yeah. So once you're done screwing around with terrain and stuff, you let time actually advance. Time is frozen while you're doing all of your edits and stuff. If you don't put a ladder in there, they'll drown. True, but it's fine because it's just phytoplankton, which I don't think can drown. I hope it can't drown. Blah, blah, blah. So yeah, the more water there is relative to ground, the warmer it is. So you kind of manage both terrain and amount of water to balance the both moisture and temperature of the planet. What did you want me to do again? Let phytoplankton. Oh. Just gonna let it go for a bit. So you don't actually get to see your phytoplankton, because I mean, they're phytoplankton. But eventually stuff will grow. I think it might want more surface area. No, I think it's fine the way it is. I asked God and he told me this is how it really happened. Confirmed. I asked God on Twitter. I like to make my water nice and connected. I'll miss my old world. I still have this old save, like this save file and everything. It's not like I lost it. But I'll try to make this one not look like my old one. For whatever that's worth. Parker has finally sat down. The crisis is over. Alright, that should be alright. Probably. Yeah, the kind of intent is that after you do some edits, you kind of run out of HP, and so you gotta leave and let the world happen a little bit. But once you've collected all of the animals and stuff, your HP is infinite, and practically speaking, you eventually get so many health items that it doesn't really matter. Any game similar to this but on mobile devices? Definitely not that I'm aware of. I heard Frank Hot Rod play this with the Phytoplankton special gold editions. Good old Frank Tide Pod. So the reason it's called birthdays is it's a birthday every time that a new species is born. So your goal is to birth all the species. can't believe that the little, like, fairy-like chunkular creature is called Navi. Just like Ocarina of Time. Amnesia. What was I supposed to do again? Make zooplankton birth, blah blah blah. Oh. Hello, yes. Would you sit, please? Would you please sit? Hello, yes. Oh, thanks, Amnesia. Dang. Would you sit? You. He's just looking at me offended. Like, how dare you tell me to sit? I'm a proud, independent feline. This is why I like games that use a controller, because it's very hard to use mouse and stuff. With Parker here. Alright, that should be plenty. Been streaming long, just like 10 minutes. I think it tells you. Doesn't it say how long I've been streaming? It does on my UI. But I used the thing. So my one complaint about this game, like there's some minor things, but this game has an achievement for accumulating 100 billion cube years, which is an incredible amount of time. And they were supposed to have edited the game so like Ripples of Time here only took like 1 billion cube year, and this takes like 3, which is actually still an incredible amount of time. You need to leave your PS4 running with the thing on like high speed for multiple days, I think, to get even the 3, and it still didn't give me the trophy. So I can't platinum this, it seems like. One person has the platinum, and I asked them on Twitter, I didn't get a response. Yeah, I actually, maybe, I haven't been on Twitter for a while, so maybe they did reply. I didn't see it, but there's only one person on, it was like psntrophies.com or one of those sites. The only person that I know of that has actually gotten the platinum. So I wonder how that was done. One complaint about this game, not enough titty anime girls. That is true, but this would be a very different game in that way. Let's wait for the spin-off for that. We're just, you know, watching life happen. So things can and will go extinct. Very hard, but sort of possible to keep everything alive all at once, but not really a goal you want to go for, especially not first time through. I think keeping over 50% of species is a very possible goal, but keeping over 90%, it just gets so fiddly, you really don't want to bother. Oh, you got a flu? Dang. Oh, that sucks. Get well soon. How long is the live stream? Usually 2 to 3 hours. It might be a little less today, because it's been kind of a tiring week. Is something not right here? These aren't really multiplying very much. Oh, I was supposed to capture it, maybe? So when you grow a new thing, you capture it. Which is when you go over and you don't really capture it, but you, basically it's like adding it to your encyclopedia. It's like capturing it in a Pokemon sort of way. He does kind of look like a Pikmin. It's been a tiring week, so I'll probably go at least an hour. Like I wouldn't really bother to live stream for less than an hour, honestly. Alright, these little items that we have here, these are little decoration things they added for free. They're little free DLC things you can add. And you can put little... Oh, freedom flags! Hell yeah. I claim this planet in the name of America. Wiki. Oh, it's the River City Ransom guy. Why? Okay. I don't know why there, but yeah, we'll put the Prinny there. This is made by, this is actually made by the guy who made Harvest Moon, by the way. The creator of this, made Harvest Moon. So that was the first reason I was interested in it. But once I saw it, I was like, whoa, I really like this art style, I really like, the concept here. And, I ended up really loving it. I did, like, 7 streams of this before, and, how do I get out of... Oh, never mind. I don't think I've unlocked the feature I was trying to use yet. It's been a long time since I was in this tutorial. Oh, hi, Mark. Hey, Pariah. I'm good. Or, that's not what you asked. The internet has been good. I've dropped 79 frames so far in the stream. But, you know, a little bit. I'm never gonna get completely perfect res or frame or whatever. But, you know, less than 1% frame drops is fine. Strumulite, blah blah blah. All right, go. Oh, it was already at the thing. Seed of life. I think that makes like a new species. Or oh no, seed. Is that the one I'm thinking of, or is that the one? Is that like a special tutorial thing? Wait, what are these? Devil cat, desert rat. I think these are some new things they added. They're like references to other Nipponichi things. Yeah, this is like a tutorial item, so you have to use it. So yeah, we're gonna make Cyclomedusas now. Yeah, the art style in this game is super cute. Obviously, you're just seeing like giant bacterial stalks at this point, but you'll see the things eventually. So yeah, now we get to see Cyclomedusas. And this is not like completely accurate game, obviously. The world is not actually a box, but we don't need to use the Seed of Evolution though. You actually, there's like ratings for completing the eras, and in order to get perfect ratings, you need to not use the Seed of Evolution stuff. So there's a little Cyclomedusa. So basically what happens is you shape the terrain and stuff to cause specific temperatures and combinations of temperature, height, and dryness. And when you meet the right conditions for life, which can include sometimes other organisms have to exist. Like generally a thing will have parent species that have to be around in order to pop up, obviously. Or certain creatures like humans depend on Canis domesticus, or, you know, dogs. You gotta grow dogs before humans really happen. Just because, you know, it tries to sort of follow the timeline of the real planet. There's a few silly things later on, but for the most part, everything is pretty reasonably accurate. And there's a couple of completely made-up species that are just for fun, but you unlock those after you beat the main game. So it's not exactly an edutainment game, but it's still pretty educational. Oh, we're gonna grow a trilobite. There's also a really cool little thinger that we're gonna try to grow here. Do I have? Oh, hey. Also, the music is really good in this game, really atmospheric, but you don't hear it very often. It's only like certain zones, and they're like not procedurally, but like conditionally generated. Like a certain zone might meet this certain music like condition. It's a little weird, but interesting too. Cats are good. All cats are good. I don't understand the hate for cats. I don't think people who don't like cats have seen very many cats. I don't think they've seen Parker. Even as he bites my arm. I'm speaking praises of your people and you are biting my arm. Give me back my arm, thank you. So we just made our first seaweed. It's a slime. There's no slimes in this game. Well, I mean, there's like bacterial sludge. I'm sure these things are references, Devil Cat. Where do I put Devil? Oh. I'm sure these things are references to some games, but I have no idea what they are. Cube and monsters. Cube and animals. It makes me think of Cubivore, but I know it's not that. Oh, it's a deer scare. Cute. Oh, there's a little Torii gate. Fence. Large bushes. Yeah, these are just some sort of like... I'm not sure they're even free DLC, because I don't... Oh, there's a little Zen pond thing. These are just kind of little free things that they added to the game. And I think they just added, I don't think they were actually even free DLC. I think they just added them to the game in an update, which in my opinion is the right way to do free DLC. Because if it's DLC, you might not think to like go and check it and download it. You want cat? Okay, I will apply the cat and the mouse, I guess. We'll put them over here. Fearsome monster from a planet that's just desert as far as I can see. Yeah, I have no idea what that is a reference to. But we'll put them there. Alright. Oh, dead. Rest in peace, Kaluna. Finally made this part. Alright, so we have to make a fern that grows on land. I think that's the end of this section of the game, actually. So I'm going to save before we reach it, and I'm going to try to get to the bonus thing. That's an item, by the way. Items appear at random, or not at random, but as you meet certain conditions, and enough time passes, they'll start to spawn. Oh, this is a really good game. Yeah, I do recommend this. It's on, like I said, it's on PS4, which is what I'm playing now. PC. I think the PC version had some glitches at launch. I don't know if it still does or not. I didn't keep up since obviously I don't have it. And they're making a Switch version too. Yeah, here's a little trilobite. Hopefully you know what that is. They're little cuties. So, we capture. So one of the fun things you can do in this is you can kind of preserve the dinosaurs. It's a little bit tricky, but you can make a world that has such diverse environments. You can kind of preserve primordial species even though you need to change kind of the whole planet's temperature, because the way that the temperature goes, it starts out really hot and then it needs to cool down to let humans exist. And dinosaurs, without effort, the dinosaurs won't really survive that. But if you try, it can definitely happen. So, okay, this is the menu I was talking about. So yeah, you can see additions. So yeah, what I want to see is what happened to Kaluna. For one thing, I need Kaluna. But yeah, we're trying to make, oh wait, I don't think we're near done yet. But yeah, we can make all these things appear. Or wait, I think we can get these now. Oh yeah, this guy is the one. This thing is so cute and cool. I love it is not a very cute thing in real life, but the version of it in the game. Oh man, what? Oh, I can't remember the name of it. I can't Google it without knowing the name. Oh, there are football fish in this. Oh, you're not talking about this. But yeah, there's football fish, or anglerfish. I don't know why the term football fish is so common, because it's not. It's like... Okay, birth temperature, shallows. 43C is the lowest. So let me see here. 43C. Alright, we should be fine. Macro mode. Alright. Let's kind of let life go for a little bit. Danglerfish. It's a big picaya. I think that's our first pseudo fish. I'm not sure these things are technically fish, but and if you Google the name of anything in this game, this kind of teaches you the scientific name of a lot of things. It's a cephalochloridate. It's a cephalochloridate animal from the Middle Cambrian era. So I think we're around the Cambrian explosion at this point. Kind of like an eel. I guess they do dangle, yes. Also, one trick in this game, flat areas. Things tend to grow. So things are, the ability for life to happen kind of happens on a tile-by-tile basis. And if you have these kind of flat areas that are about the same, you know, flat areas in the same positions or like the same region, life will be a lot more likely to spread out. So if you find a thing that you want more of, you tend to need to give it a nice flat space to spawn more of. Hello, would you please sit down? Would you not? Would you not? Please? Yes? Hello? Yes. Hi. Please sit. I think it should be all right. Ah, tail. Oh, Kaluna is back. That's right, Parker. All right, so we want to protect the Kaluna. Save the Kaluna. I think the game finds a really nice balance of not really overwhelming you with information, but I think if we just scan that, yeah, if we scan that, it will end the chapter. So we're just gonna let the chapter go on for a bit. I'll make a save though before I forget. You can fortunately make as many save files as you want in this game, so you can make a bunch of different worlds and do a bunch of different crap in them. Like after I got all of species on Earth in my last save file, we killed the whole planet on a different set planet. Don't kill this one. Hold on now. I only killed one planet. And it's okay. There was a different save file, so it's fine. I love watching a little. Hold on. No, how do I do the first person? That's not how you do first person. There is a way to do first person. I don't know if. Oh, there we go. So the first person mode is nice to kind of peek at your little duders. Like little trilobite thing here. Look at him. Oh. You can also go into the rave zone. Oh, no, the rave zone is when you're like just partially in the ground and the stars, dude. Look at the stars. It's like, what if on that little star there's a whole nother tap and chat looking up in the sky, man. There's a whole nother Parker on his desk who needs belly pats, man. You can kind of go into the ground, and there's lava here. You can't, unfortunately, you can't like make intra-ground like secret space. I don't even know why you can even look underground. Sometimes there's items down here, but there's not much reason for this to exist. It even has its own unique music track and its own like shaders. They make it look really cool, but you don't really do anything down there. Parker's so good and wonderful. Agreed. So where did that thing even grow? Oh, here it is. I'll kind of give it some space to grow, I guess, but we don't want to grow that too much yet. First, we need to make a lot of these thinger-dingers, and we need to give some prey for the because it's a predator. Generally, predators, of course, need a lot of prey to live. Oh, hey! The ground's getting moist. See, now that we have, like, plant life, the world will finally get a little bit of grass and stuff. And so, it's... I'm not sure if you'd really call it procedural. It's systematic, so, like, if you can get grass to grow in an area and then dry it out again, you can kind of, you can make little deserts. Most things that live in deserts you can kind of grow outside of deserts too, so they're mostly cosmetic in a way. Oh, Dinorthus, or whatever, Brachiopods, one of these thingers. Dinorthus, yes. This game will make you learn how to pronounce a lot of things. I will definitely say some names wrong, and you'll just have to deal with it, I guess. I think this is all. Hold on, let me save before I do this, because I think I can save the alternate one. So there's like mutations, they call them, of different things, and they're basically palette swaps, and they live in like they're like extremophiles, not like super extremophiles, but like they live in different regions. Like there'll be like ice spiders that live in icy places. So oh yeah, so this one's Bargathowania that underwent mutation and migrated to plains where water is scarce. My mispronunciations, how dare you? I challenge you to pronounce all of this garbage up here. Or do you mean my thinger-dingers? I challenge you to say all of these scientific names in a live stream. Alright, I think we're good. How do I... there's a couple of UI complaints I have, and one of them is that for some reason I just have a lot of problem getting out of the normal mode. Yinzers, why? What is chat even? Oh, you haven't even seen most of the cute things yet. We'll get a lot more life in the next stage or two. I do want to get this fishy boy. I actually do have a save file already made that has him unlocked, I think. So if it takes too long, I guess I can just load that one. So I don't stream too much for us to just say things good. I find the secret is to just have like a very strongly Homestar Runner and Simpsons themed humor, and then just mispronunciations are just part of the joke. Like, you just make up enough words. Oh no! No, do not die. No. Why die? Let me see what's going on here. Oh, the temperature is low. Why is the temperature this low? Hold up. We don't need the temperature this low. So yeah, I think we need like a temperature of around like 43°C, which is ridiculously hot, by the way. But yeah, this is still primordial ooze days. See, I think if we keep it around 43°C, I should be good. There we go. Alright. Perfect. Kind of destroyed the land, but it's fine. We'll get more land later. So most things should go back up, hopefully. Oifuroid, whatever that is. Where is you? I think that's the blue one, right? Oh no, that's the starfish. Star-shaped echinoderm that dwells in shallow seas among Kaluna. Carnivorous creature mainly subsists in Northus. Alright, so I think we basically need all of these little sea creature things to thrive, and then eventually we'll get a big creepy predator dude. See, everything's coming back. You kind of get little warning noises when things start to go extinct, so you can kind of try to correct things. Mutations emerged in cubes. Yeah, mutation. There's some nice features that make it a little bit easier, so you don't have to. Oh hey. Oh no, that's just that. In fact, I think I'll use one right now. So this guy has like an extremophile cousin that we can make. And where is it? Alright, here we go. So you just apply a seed of mutation to a creature that can mutate, and it will mutate even though you do not really meet the requirements. But the problem with that is if your planet can't really sustain that creature, it'll die really fast. This game proves time cube. Yes, it does. A Pacaya that swims around hot and deep seas due to sudden mutation. Oh yeah, this guy is a huge pain in the butt to spawn, because it has to be ridiculously hot, 49 degrees Celsius. And it's the tile, not the whole planet average temperature that has to be that. But you have to have a tile somewhere on your planet that's at least 49°C. But there's usually an adaptation range that's different. So like spawning a creature is hard, but keeping them alive tends to be a little bit easier once they've actually spawned there. A blue boy, a very blue boy, yes. So that guy should actually be fine as low as 37°C, but he's one of the extremophiles that makes it hard to it makes it a little bit hard to keep 100% of speed. Oh. And he's dead. Yeah, he's already dead. That's fine. I don't understand why he died exactly, though. Because the sea he was in should have been fine, actually. Wait, I don't think I have his food, maybe. Oh, yeah, I think I spawned him without food. So yeah, that will also... This kills the crab. So I think I will mutate starfish instead. I'll bring it back. Seeds of mutation are pretty common, so I'll probably get another chance to make that little looter. Whereas I have to pay respects to Hot Boy. Alright. Also, later on you'll get things where you can like preserve and clone species, kind of. So that can help a lot when you're trying to preserve these weird mutations that are really finicky. Oh dang. This place is too hot for him. It's too hot for his shirt. But he should live because of the adaptation thing we mentioned. Let's just leave the world set for a little bit. Watch him instantly die. I called it. Yeah, the mutations, if they don't happen naturally, can be really hard to try and sustain. Hot Boy and Fancy Boy are dead. I'm sorry. We'll bring them back later. I just wasted 2 seeds of mutation. That's fine. I'll get more. But early on, I think this is a little bit early to call an ambulance. I don't seem to be creating anything new. I really want this guy, so it needs... I think I need these things. Draws fish, the swamps, blah blah. Mikaya and Cyclomedusa. So I just need lots of Cyclomedusa. Bird temperature 46°C. Okay, so I want exactly 46°C, which is most of the water here. I may have to give up my quest for all of the... Actually, you know what? This is a little bit too picky. I'm just gonna load... I don't know. Should I load my save where I already have the rare thing and just continue on and not worry about the species from now on, or should I just continue here? And I don't think I'm gonna bother trying to get all of this the fiddly things because it's a little bit too much work. Also, I like that there's a difference between like this weird bacterial like fungal growth crap that early areas have and grass, which is what this kind of is. Continue, let's play from the beginning. Alright, I might have to... I'll let it go for a little bit more, but I think... Okay, so the reason that it's frustrating is if you're in this mode, you can't immediately exit back to macro mode, which is this mode. There should just always be a button that takes you back to the state. That would improve the UI so much. Destroy the ziggurat of Catlandia. How much does this game cost? I don't know anymore. Let me see what it is on Steam. I want to say it launched at like 40 bucks. It's 16 bucks on Steam right now. I don't think things want to live. Ugh, nosebleeds are the worst. Except for all the other things that are worse. But... Alright, I'm just gonna scan the thing and continue the story. Plant that grows on land. Squilin and Cyclomedusa proliferate throughout the sea. So yeah, there's nice little stories about when the species first started to appear, which also, they're both hints as how to unlock things, and they're also kind of little educational tidbits. Hooray, episode cleared, we beat the game. Game over. Show's over, everybody. It's not over. But yeah, every episode there's a 9-star rarity organism, which is really tricky to make and generally will require everything else to exist. Or at least most things. And then there's a separate condition that requires all possible ones. So to get all 5 stars, you need to get 1 5-star to get a trophy. And otherwise, there's no reason to do that other than just personal challenge. They're very hard to get. So yeah, we woke up in a cave. And so the trick is that, oh, the world that we're in is actually influenced by the world in the cube. So if we don't evolve humans again, then we are doomed in Dinosaur Land. We birthed the land plant. So yeah, that's basically the story from the Navi that we've been getting, but I skip all the dialogue because there's a fair amount of dialogue, and there's not really a great amount of payoff for the dialogue. It's not something I'd read during a stream. And I mentioned this last stream, but as much as I would like to continue .hack.gu, I beat the first 2 volumes already, and if I start on volume 3, like, it would be the start of a game, but volume 3 starts off, like, the biggest reveal in, like, the GU series happens right at the end of, of .hack.gu 2, so, like, you would be missing out on, or, like, you would be, like, immediately spoiled on something extremely big, and there's way too much to really explain, so I'm just gonna drop that. I'm just gonna play it on my own. .hack.gu is really good, though, and Last Recode is a pretty dang good remaster as well. So one thing you kind of got to do every time the world expands is there'll be a bunch more flat land, so generally your temperature will go way down if you do not kind of mess with it a bit. There's a thing you can do. How do I do this again? Raise the same height. There we go. So there's a thing you can do to kind of manage exactly what height everything ends up at. So you kind of leave a nice clean trail, because if you don't use this mode, what you end up doing when you move, it's easier to show you. You kind of end up, actually no, that does work, never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. But that mode is more useful for, like, if you need to, like, carve out just this stair bit here. There you go. So, like, if you need to carve out just a little bit, there's some nice advanced controls that they added. The game actually didn't launch with those controls, so they've done pretty good support for this. How deep can you make the hole? Can you make it lava deep? Unfortunately, you will never, like, spawn the lava. You can make an insanely deep hole, though. Which actually, I may as well do, because there's an item that spawned way down here. But yeah, you can make sea trenches all the way to the bottom of the planet, which isn't really how planets work, but whatever. It's cube world, it's fine. How do we want this world to look? Do we want oceans in the middle? Or do we want sort of like an outer ridge ocean? I kind of did an outer ridge thing when my first playthrough. I'm not sure I have, like, proper forethought, but... Alright. Planets are cube either. Planets are of course cube. Very accurate game. Oh, rip. So you actually don't want to let the world live like this too long. It does take a little bit of time for the temperature to drop, so you do have a little bit of time to make these corrective measures. Also, the amount, like I said earlier, the amount of water on the planet's surface is very, very impactful. So one of the quickest things you do to change the temperature is to just expose some water. Oh, what's Oops. Oh, I made it ugly. I'll fix it in a second. Nothing Die Now. The non-fiction book Time Cube. Everyone's favorite realistic story. It's such a shame that Time Cube guy ended up going like crazy racist, because like it was just like this sort of harmless crazy that's just like amusing, but then he went kind of just regular crazy. Do you have stigmata of the eyes? That's an old reference. This trench kind of sucks over here, but we cleaned it up over this wise. I kind of want to have one edge that's like exposed, like that's like landy. So I'll just let the world go for a little bit. I'll let the grass grow and stuff. Let it all grow. I'm gonna actually get a drink while I let the world grow. Nobody let anything go extinct. It will be on you. Alright, I'm back. So, I'm gonna have to buy a lot more of this V8 stuff. I actually really like it. I need to drink the low sodium stuff though. Like, I thought people were like exaggerating about the sodium stuff because like, what do I care? You know, I'm not really young enough to have a freaking heart attack because of a drop of salt. But it is like the low sodium stuff is like it's like 1/5 the sodium. It's like ridiculous. And oh wow, plants grew really nice. It's just it's so much so you kind of get like bloaty and like water retention-y. We got this planty boy. Which one are the round boys? Which ones are the round boys? What are we talking about here? We got some nice plants though. Yeah, I'm gonna get the low sodium stuff. I actually really like V8. It's pretty good. I can definitely see why it has the sodium. It does taste better, but there's so much. Usually low sodium pumps the sugar content, unfortunately. Yeah, I did see it has like 10% more calories, which not really a big deal. I would say the low sodium kind of, considering it's like 1/5 the sodium for 10% more calories, I think I can deal with that. Lots of crap grew. Hey, Creeper. Yeah, I can go through one of those, like a whole, I don't know how many ounces it is, but like, I can go through a whole thing of those, no problem at work, in like half a day, honestly. Mix the two unless you're drinking the canned bottles. I was tempted to mix the two. I actually did mix the two, and it tasted pretty good. I guess I would always have to have one empty bottle thing. I'm not getting the can, so that's like, that's a waste. It's fine. Watch when you can, of course. Autumn fern. You can't make fun of my pronunciation of that, you rude people. You Latin. Did you like take Latin or something? I even took biology courses. I was in this like pre-college thing. I don't know what the heck it was called, but it was like this course that we took, and I forget if it counted. I don't think it counted for college credit, but it was like a summer school kind of thing. We went to an actual college that wasn't in session because, you know, it was in summer, and college professors taught us. It was in, obviously, it was in high school, pre-college, and that was pretty cool. You took 6 years of Latin. Why? Like, huh. I only ever took a language because we had to, and it was fun learning German, but I really wish I learned Japanese, though. I'm not sure I could have, well, the reason I didn't take Japanese is because our school didn't teach 4 years of Japanese, and then joke is on me, I ended up not taking 4 years of high school anyway, so I couldn't do 4 years. Or actually I could have, but I wasn't planning on it. I was doing one. So my high school was actually really cool, and they did this thing called the block schedule, where there's 4 blocks of time instead of like 7. So you have, you do a year's worth of school in 1 semester, but you have half as many courses, and I really like that. If you have a school in your area that does that for yourself or your kids or whatever, I actually think that's really good because you have so much less homework and you have so much more focus. It's so much better. And there's no homeroom, which is just a complete waste of time, honestly. Hell no, block schedule. Is block schedule the 3 hour, the 4 hour, or the 4 block one? Why don't you like it? It is way better. I don't have the focus to attend a task for 2 hours. But no, block schedule is so much better. How could you rather have more homework? This game is better than Tap Tap Fish, honestly. Even before the shittening. Can these things go underwater? Huh. I guess there's no reason they couldn't. They're just kind of decorations. Wait, this flower eat my flag? This tree grew on my flag. How dare you, sir? How dare you grow into my thing? Whatever though. But yeah, I could have taken 4 years of German in as little as 2 years if I really wanted to, but I kind of wanted to space it out, and I assumed I was gonna do. Oh wait, oh no, the temperature lowered. Wait, that's actually good at this point. Never mind. I don't. 45C is actually incredibly hot for almost any kind of form of life. Over 100 degrees Fahrenheit, by the way. The health of the avatar goes down when you move stuff. It's not really health, but it's like your stamina, really. So every time you build the stuff, you gotta go out to macro mode and let time pass for a little bit and recover. It's just how the game kind of keeps you going. Oh, right. So on the map, there's little indicators of where the new species is. What even did I get? See you, Amnesia. Oh, we got Codium Fragile. This crap. This was infamous in my original stream because it kept dying. Which, I mean, it is called Fragile, so. But it kept coming back and then dying. And I was trying so hard to keep the stupid thing alive. Because I wanted all of the stuff to be alive. Yeah, let's check out our library. 36C. I want these little duders, though. Hold up, I want these duders. So we're gonna go to 36C for a little bit here. One of the things in this, you don't really have to follow the Earth's like actual progression exactly. Like what can happen is in my first save file, I didn't preserve pterodactyls for long enough. So, birds actually never happened. Or was it pterodactyls? I forget exactly what species ends up making birds. I think those were involved. But, we just ended up not having birds. Which sounds delightful, actually. But my planet just did not have birds because I accidentally kind of killed the thing a little bit too early. So we had humans but no birds. Hey, capitalist. Hello, creator of Frank Tide Pod meme. Show Frank. I'm so glad that Frank Tide Pod is a thing. Well, I mean, I'm not in terms of the real person, but I'm glad the meme. I've never liked a meme more than a person. I mean, never mind, that's a total lie. I like most memes better than I like Logan Paul, so whatever, but... Oh, could you not want pigeons? Have you seen pigeons? But yeah, birds were just not a thing, and I had to bring back... It was kind of a painstaking sequence, because I had to bring back earlier dinosaurs in order to get back the pterodactyls, and then... Yeah. I would have... I could not tell you how much I would have played this game as a kid, by the way. I loved dinosaurs, and I had all these little books. I don't know what they were. Like, what brand or whatever, series. I could never find them when I, like, Googled, like, dinosaur books. But each book was based on the life of, like, a specific species. And, like, there would be, like... It was, like, a story of, like, a single species, like... example of a species. Like, there would be, like, a predator or, yeah, like a hungry predator, and it would follow, like, a day in their life, and they go after, like, you know, a creature that's too big, and they get hurt, and, you know... It was, like, a slice of life for dinosaurs, and it was really good. And I like that I made the world too hot again. Yeah, they were really cool. Logan Paul memes have done more for this world than the whole Logan family ever will. Agreed. Alright. Actually, I think this should be right around what we need. I love pigeons. Not even like doves, but like pigeons specifically. I think you have those books. I think they were pretty common. But there were like these, each one was like a solid color with like a pretty good, like high quality illustration of the dinosaur on the front. And it was, each one covered a different species. And I just had this whole, like bookshelf full of them, and I would go through all of them. And one time I was in like a store or something, we were getting a dinosaur like plush or toy or something. And someone was asked, like, oh, is that a brontosaurus? Like, no! It's a diplodocus! I was like, I was upset at the guy for being that stupid. Like, how dare you not know what a diplodocus looks like? How dare you, sir? I don't know what, like, you know, I was a kid. I didn't know what brands, hashtag brands were. I did not engage with brands. I was not a millennial. Well, I was, but... Up, 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 dead. That happens sometimes. Sometimes you'll meet conditions just briefly and a thing will appear and then die. There we go. See, every time you hear that new birth sound effect, you kind of want to hop in here. I think there's a... Oh yeah, you can kind of toggle the mini-map display to hone in on new species. So what's new here? Diplodocus, whatever it is. I have not known that much about dinosaurs for many years, so I'm sure I've forgotten all of the fancy scientific names. Trees are differentiated from blah blah blah. Hot savannas. I mean, I guess the whole planet is hot, so whatever. Why does everyone know Latin in the chat? This is like the only chat room in the world that would have ever been like... Obviously, this Latin word is spelled this way. Wow. Oh, we got a blue trilobite. Oh, arc. I guess that does make sense. You people in your Latin. Wait, what? Oh, there's an item. Is it up? Sometimes items just spawn in the core of the earth. Mysterious glass jar. Oh! This is really important. So, yeah, over time you get these mysterious glass jars. That basically lets you capture the DNA of a creature, and you can then spawn it anytime you want. Oh no, all these extra things kind of ruin the item ordering. There's so many of them. I wish they were in like a different tier of items or something. Ah, there we go, there we go. So I think you can add to favorites. Yes. Okay, wait. So I have some other powers too. So... So you have powers you can use once every few thousand years where, like, you know, we'll be like, alright, we want some more plants here. We want this place to have some more heat. And, or that actually, like, dries things out. It doesn't make it hotter, it just makes it drier. That makes it more moist. And what do I want? This is the thing that, like, kind of captures DNA. What do I want to capture? I guess this little guy. We'll keep the blue. We'll keep him alive. So you can capture up to 3 species DNA and like pop them out at any time. Vigorous vegetation is a super good item name. It is. Hey, Strafe. Oh, what died? Oh, Codium Fragile. I hate that stuff. I'm so traumatized after my original stream because that stuff died. Like, it would pop up and die dozens of times. There was like a tiny, tiny sliver of the world that it could live in. I tried so hard to get it to not die. You can rainbow coat things where you'll make one species sterile, but they live forever, and they won't die except if you like do totally ridiculous things. And it kind of just lets you preserve one species that really has no business living in your world. And yeah, it's useful for little edge cases like that. But you only get, you know, you only get one. Where is this thing? Oh, I have objectives. Oh. Why are you up there? Warmth stone. Oh yeah, we probably get another item down here then. No? Warmth stone is an interesting item. So, wait, where's... Oh, there we go. Huh. I'm not dropping frames, so if you're having loading issues, you might want to just lower your quality settings. This is a 4 megabit stream, so on a low low download speed, you might have some issues if you don't lower it. So I was supposed to be setting. Oh yeah, so the chill stone and the warm stone are really interesting. So I think chill stone would currently be most interesting. So this basically makes a section of the Earth colder or hotter than it has any right to be. So you can, this is very useful in keeping the dinosaurs alive because you can designate a zone that'll be hotter or cooler than everywhere else. And that lets you keep an environment that is particularly suited to certain creatures. The Pixel Monster is one of the, like, that's not part of the game. Well, I mean, it is part of the game, but it's just like a free DLC item you have to, like, it's a reference to some Nippon Ichi game or something. I don't know what it's a reference to. But yeah, it's not like an actual creature that, like, lives in this space. Look at his gaping maw of doom. Look at it. Look at it. Look! Oh, it's gone. Look. And then there's this little dude. I don't know what these are. But yeah, we'll just let them do their thing. It's mascot of the chat now. He's alive, don't shame him. Quan was this neat looking pixel ecosystem game. Yeah, there's some neat there's not really a lot of games exactly like this. This game does remind me of this game has a completely ridiculous name. It's called the Badman series. Like, let me look up the exact name of this. The names are all completely ridiculous. No. I think they changed the name, actually. Oh, man. What was the name? What was... PSP dungeon growing game. Ugh, no, that's not what I meant. There's this game. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? There's this game on PSP with like pixel art, and you're this holy invasion of privacy, bad man. What did I do to deserve this, my lord? Yes, biggest name ever. Found the books you described on my bookshelf. They're created a series by Modern Publishing. Modern Publishing, Dinosaur books. Oh yeah, I think these are, those aren't the covers I remember. But yeah, let me download this image here. So yeah, there were things like this. They're like these fully illustrated things. And there'd be like these little, you follow your little protagonist, this you know, dinosaur. And you see all these other little dinosaurs and how they interact, and it's just really cool. These covers, these do not look like the covers that I remember. But whatever. Anyway, yeah, the Holy Invader. What is that? Let me look at something. I think they renamed that game. Yeah, what did I do to deserve this, my lord? Is what they renamed it to, because they were scared of Batman like suing them or something. And then they made a third one that was called something else entirely. Which, what was the third one called? No Heroes Allowed. So these little dungeon making games, and you could they were on PSP, and you made little dungeon ecosystems, and you had these little monsters that went around, and they would eat your other monsters. So there's this really delicate balance to strike, and so of course the stronger monsters like dragons are what am I trying to say here? Like dragons would eat like tier 1 creatures, and tier 1 creatures would eat tier 0 creatures, and so you had to just create this delicately balanced ecosystem to make the most dangerous dungeon, and it was like really, it was pretty dang hard to keep up with things, but it was a really cool concept. I would just like, I would like an easy mode in it, but it was still really good. Do we have any new species or no? That's just, I forget what I was trying to create. I was trying to make those little fishy trilobite things. Ah, see, this is what I'm talking about. You get stuck in the first person mode. Why are we talking about nans and mums? Oh, the cover's changed? I guess that makes sense. Maybe they just don't have photos of the ones I had. Yeah, the heroes, of course, show up and they try to kill your monsters because, you know, they're heroes. And that can just totally destroy your ecosystem, and there's a lot of really interesting stuff. It's like a really cool, delicate thing, but I just wish it was a little bit less delicate. I don't think this thing wants to live. Sometimes things don't want to live in this game. But if we don't make them live, then other things might not live. So, alright, so we're trying to make this dude. We want it a little bit colder than 46C. Oh, it's too hot. Oh, I made it too hot. Okay. That would be why. Wait, so what's the coldest I can make it and have that live? Alright, so let's go to like 38C. early on in this game, the temperature swings get pretty major. As the world gets bigger, the temperature changes are distributed over a much larger area, so it's a lot harder to accidentally, like, kill all life on the planet, which generally won't kill all life on the planet, but you can kill quite a lot. One of those ear boys. What are you talking about? There's so many boys in the chat that I'm being introduced to. New boy discovered. Leafy boys. Grassy boys. Oh, out of HP. Are there ear boys? What constitutes an ear boy? I'm not familiar with this parlance. The number 7s of the ear boys. What? Hold on. What? The 7th boys in the list. Wait, this is not an ear boy. This thing distinctly does not have ears. What? In what world does that have ears? That is a tooth boy. Actually, I think it was like tentacles or like a proboscis or something. That is a fang boy or a tentacle boy. That is a very distinctly different boy. That boy does not have ears. That boy is several million years before ears were a thing. That's my mind who's laying on his back. Oh no, those are like teeth things. What's the name of that thing? Let me show you. Oh crap. Let me see if I can find this. It's the world's first predator. Oh, here we go. This game makes them so adorable, but they're kind of I mean, they got the big cutie eyes, right? But yeah, they are not ear boys. They are tentacle boys. They eat trilobites. But yeah, they're kind of a pain to grow in this game, even though they're supposed to be the first predator in the world, but it takes a while to get them, and I don't want to do that during a live stream. It took me, I want to say, at least like 20 minutes to spawn them on my own. Big Labo. Kind of, yeah. Alright, let me get these off screen here. The one thing I don't like about OBS is if you drag images onto the thing, they stay in your sources list. I agree then, yes, ear boy. Yeah, what is its name? I bet the freaking Latin scholars in the chat know what it's called. Let me... Earth's first... Oh, come on! Giant sea scorpion. No, tell me. No. Why doesn't any of this call its name? Oh, that's not it either. Why are the images all correct, but none of the articles have the name? Anomalocaris. Anomalocaris, yes. A very easy to say name, boy. That's probably why you can't find it. He's called the Ericus Boyicus. I hate Codium Fragile forever. I will never forget the pain that it has caused me. Okay, the game definitely gets hard to keep everything alive, which is why I'm not trying to do that. Well, we did that last stream. We're just starting a world from scratch here. Oh wait, hold on. I forgot that we're kind of in a tutorial thing, so I need to do a water source thing. Figured. So I think I need elevated land for this. There we go. Now we can make freshwater things. In fact, let's replace... We want to keep the temperature around the same, so... We should replace some of the sea with river. I didn't have many rivers in my old world. We'll make a very freshwatery planet. I guess it's pretty realistic for there to be a lot less fresh water than there is seawater, but whatever. We'll have an unnatural planet. Oh yeah, the chat keep getting filtered. Yeah, there's this new feature on YouTube that's called Pop Chat. I don't know what it does. It filters things, but I don't understand by what means. It's very opaque in terms of whatever. I don't care, Navi. I can't believe the thing that annoys you is actually genuinely called Navi. Yeah, water kind of doesn't have to make sense. It's supposed to... Water is kind of supposed to be sit in, like, a little niche like this here. But you can just kind of have... You can make waterfalls, so... You can just kind of have floaty water. Which I'm glad it lets you do, because it's neat. Listen to how moist it is. Can you hear the moist? Anyway, we're gonna have lots of water on this place. We're gonna have freaking Mega Man Legends quantity of water. Except it's fresh water this time. There we go. Prototaxis! Cool. Sounds like this weird fungal pillar thing. It's like, hey, look at me. Look at me, I'm a fungus. Or is it a Bacterius or a bacteria? Bacterius. That sounds like a final boss. That almost is a final boss. Bacterion is the Gradius thing. Fungal mass, right? Fungal, not bacterial. In fact, let's just make this whole section over here freshwater. Delicious freshwater. The way water works is kind of weird. You gotta if you lower land to the same level as water, the water will cover it. But if you raise up land to the same height as water, it is not covered. Yeah, it doesn't make much sense, but whatever. The one flaw in this genius plan is that I don't get to see many large, like, waterfalls, so let's make some larger terrain here. It's actually really important to have a large variety of terrain heights in this game, because that way you get different, that's how you get different land temperature variances, because the higher up you go, the lower the temperature is. So you end up with a much wider variety. And I mean, it's the same for the sea, actually. You want different layers of sea, which I'm not doing a very good job at having. In fact, let's sort the world in, like, descending order. Let's kind of have one edge that's lower in terms of the sea. Arg. Alright, we have new things. we have a fish? Oh no, this is like a bivalve or something. To know this live in freshwater. So some of these mutations I don't think are actually real. They're like, you'll have strange things like, you know, fish creatures, well not fish, but like, you have sea things on land and like freshwater things in the sea and so on. I think some of the mutations are made up, but all of the base creatures, other than the post-game ones, are real in this game. So it's reasonably accurate. It's as accurate as you would expect / hope. Pteridium, differentiated Skadaphyton. That is a hell of a name. So yeah, some things only grow at a certain height as well, regardless of temperature. Well, they usually require a certain temperature too, but so yeah, it's really important to have a different range of heights. And in my first world, I didn't do a very good job of keeping different heights. That is not blue. There's no world in which that is blue, I'm sorry. Anyway. This cold thing is not making like any different life. But whatever. I don't think I'm gonna get those things that I wanted to get at this point. Oh, dead. Rest in peace, Blue Grandma. Ooh, got something new. This game is like all of the collecting fun of Abyssrium with like more, honestly, relaxed gameplay. It's like clicking endlessly doesn't really. I love how tall these things are. Is this how big the prototaxis really are? Prototaxis, whatever it is. Oh, I'm in the ground again. The scale is obviously a little off because, like, you know, we'll see later that some things are a little bit big. Orniophyton. It's warm wetlands. Does this look like a warm wetland to you? Is this... I don't know, but... yeah, I mean, there's wet over here and there's land over here, so sure. Oh hey, I can raise larger amounts of ground now. Uh-oh, I don't want to kill this whole swath of trees. Why are they not growing that ways? Be growing more this wise. Whatever. Oh, maybe they're growing because of this thing. Oh, this is actually serving a purpose then. Okay, never mind. Let's get some different layers of seabed here. Oh, no. You go down. There we go. Oh, out of energy again. Oh, red fern. See, we get. Oh, that's just the life that was already here. Oh, hey! We already have, crap. What's the not deciduous kind of trees? I have a brain fart here. Oh man, I know this. I've known this for decades. Oh, you know what I mean. Whatever. Coniferous, that's what it is, yeah. Red fern. That is not red. That is not red. Whatever. This fresh water isn't like growing anything yet. I don't know. The blue Germa or whatever was not blue either. I don't know what the deal is with that exactly. Oh, hey, it's this thing! The Le Prototaxis. It's the Reddit Prototaxis. Le Prototaxis. Le Me decomposing a variety of organisms. So we've made some desert up here. So let's try raising this bit up here. Ah. Anyone remember the book Where the Red Fern Grows? I know that name, but no, I haven't read that. I'm gonna let the world live for a little bit here. I'll be right back. I'm here, I was just eating. My battle pigeon? What are you people talking about? I thought you were the one who knew all of the Latin things. No, I was here, I sat down, but I was eating. I feel like a freaking weirdo. I'm like starting like a semi-diet. And so I need like 18 billion things of like V8 and like rice cakes. I will feel like a total asshole if I go to the grocery store. I know I shouldn't. I know there's like no reason to be worried what like a friggin' cashier thinks of my purchase, but I just feel weird having like a billion of the same thing. Did temperature go down too far or something? I don't know why I'm asking you. You wouldn't know. Brelophenedron? How do you get battle pigeon out of that? Something lived. That's why I prefer Amazon, just because no one can judge me. Like, this just... Well, I mean, somebody still stocks the thing in Amazon, but I don't have to see them. I don't have to be aware that they exist, which is honestly a huge relief. Yeah, going and getting just, like, specific things sucks. I'm really glad they have these tools to kind of work with the world, and you can make it... They make it so much easier to keep everything nice and neat, which is a really good feeling. I have no idea what I'm doing temperature-wise with this planet. I'm just gonna let it go. Oh yeah, I actually used the self-checkout thing. Oh hey. Pleophacops or something. I used it for the first time because I was literally just getting... I got like 5 different things of V8 and 5 things of rice cakes, and I just was like, I've never used this before, but why not? I'm under 20. Oh, Mr. Spider-Man! Little Spidey friend. I don't know what he's eating because I don't think we have any other insect life alive, but whatever. Oh yeah, we have a guy that does like, whenever he's bagging, like if you have booze or anything, it'd be like, oh, I'm planning a party, blah blah blah. It's like, whatever. We have spiders. Astrapsis 12C. Water 21 Celsius. Minimum. Oh right, so like there's specific species that you need to get for the story, and they'll always tell you the exact conditions for that. When you get humans, everything dies, like they kill all the things. Not exactly. The reason that happens is just humans require such a low temperature. You gotta lower the temperature a lot, and so a lot of things will just end up dying. Like, I'm not entirely sure how predator-prey relationships are even modeled in this game, because getting more predators does not actually really seem to reduce. Like, I think it's just like a minimum number of things that are required. So I need water that's 41C, which is exactly what I have. So I just need more of these weird little fisher doodles. So I'll just lower this area to a nice fisher doodle area. And that should be that. Yeah, I recommend not drinking if only because it's expensive and like it's really not that fun and not that tasty unless you get like mixed drinks taste good, so that's usually what I get. I usually mix something and it makes it more fun. Like I like mixed drinks just because like it's more of an activity. It feels more like you're like serving your guests and just like, yeah, I'll have a beer, just like have some liquid calories for you, you know. Most beer doesn't taste very good anyway. Yeah, I'll usually make something. I never understood people who get like wasted, like getting a little drunk, getting a buzz, I totally understand. Getting drunk with the buds, I understand, but getting like blackout drunk and like vomiting and stuff is like, if I ever, literally even once, vomited after drinking, I don't think I would ever drink again. This does not feel like something that needs to be said, but I hate throwing up. It's been like, it's been many years since I last threw up. Since like being sick as a kid, and like I can't imagine doing a thing that made me do that and then going back and doing that thing again. That is like, damn. Why is the thing not happening? Navi, give me the thing. Why is Palkia, the Pokemon, not here? We don't have enough Palkias. Somebody bring your copies of Pokemon Pearl. I don't know why this thing. What is the problem with this thing? We need more seaweed? Is Codium Fragile dead? Is that the problem? Codium Fragile, please. Where is Codium Fragile? Oh, are you dead? No, there's just not much of you. So I need more seaweed. Oh, that's another thing. So life tends to spread. So like, if you make Part of the problem with my theory of, like, it wasn't, like, an intentional thing, but, like, you see how I just made this area out here? You kind of need to connect your life-bearing regions to each other. So because life kind of spreads, it won't really just spontaneously happen. It's not like a creationist sort of world. You kind of have to, like, try and support the life. So yeah, that's a mistake I tend to make pretty often in this game, honestly. I tend to, like, whenever I get a new area unlocked, I tend to just dig out stuff and I don't connect it. And that's no good. I'm glad a lot of people popped in today, by the way. I was worried that when I stopped streaming the Abyss Stream stuff, everyone would just leave. But this is a good amount of people, and I was like, oh man, I don't need any extra stress considering all of the garbage I had to deal with Mediacom. They finally did fix it, which is why I'm streaming, by the way. And we seem to be having very little problems. And I've dropped 0.4% of frames, which is pretty acceptable. You're never gonna get a completely perfect stream. That's like pure luck, but anything under 1% is fine. I like streaming, I just hate streaming. Like, there's so many things that can go wrong, and it's not like they're all inherently connected to streaming, but they're not necessarily a part of stream, like bitrate drops and audio issues and all that stuff, and like it can get really discouraging if you have like more than one issue in like a whole stream. Sometimes I just like to look at the lava. I wish there was like a more surreal version of this game where you make like little lava lands and like you grow crystals and like just weird environments like that. I would love like a second game of this, but like more fantastical and stuff. Oh wait, oh. Sometimes I get so distracted looking at stuff in the world, I forget what I was doing. So what we're trying to make is this thing. So we just need more Picaya. So I think we just kind of need more flat ground, and that's another thing. When you connect areas, you want the connection to be kind of as flat as possible to let stuff spread. It seems like if the ground isn't flat, it's more difficult for it to spread. So like, honestly, this ziggurat sucks. We're just gonna. We need more fertile sea ground here. So we're just gonna do that. More like that. There. Oh. This world is way too hot. Hold on. Let's... Oops. What temperature am I going for? Like 41. Oh, out of energy again. What happened? It said there was a new thing. The new thing sound effect played. Whatever. Oh, Codium Fragile, please. Don't even. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's alive. Heck yes, happy birthday. It's way too hot. That's only what the media wants you to believe. I'm a climate change denier. He says as he changes the climate by hand. Wait, where is it? Where is it though? Wait. Oh, it's over in the corner here. What are you doing over here? I just told everyone that like stuff didn't appear in the corners, but then here you are. Look at his little face! Look at it. Look at his little smile. Protect his smile. Protect his tiny smile. Where is... Look at him. Look at him go! Look at him! A good boy. A very good boy has been born today. High quality boy. Alright, let's see what spawns now. See you, Rosen. I'll probably bail before like another hour or so, to be quite honest. Like I said a little earlier, probably gonna be a fairly short stream today. I think it does simulate prey being eaten. Like it. Some of the stuff is really just number simulations. You don't really see it well, I mean, if you zoom in on a predator, you can see them eat like generic meat, but I don't know. Yeah, a lot of times you'll have a species that's like, oh hey, little fish friends. Andreolipus. We have Spiral World. I kind of want to maintain that now that I've noticed that. We have Spiral World going on. I like this. This was like a Final Fantasy continent. This is like where the secret super boss is. Spiral Continent. We must protect Spiral Continent. We must help the monsters grow big and strong here. Oops. He's fine. He's fine. He's just a little confused. See, he's fine. He's adapted to the land already. He'll be fine. Ignore the bubbly noise he made. That was not a scream for help. He is in fact very happy. Just zooming right along. He looks like a Sonic enemy, honestly. Like a fish zooming around on land. I really like the art style for this game. I wish it was better represented in-game, but there's kind of like this plush and like... the in-game, it looks like plushes, but the art style, or like the key art, makes them look like clay creatures. It's kind of an interesting change there. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Oh, that's actually not the first land animal, because we had the spiders before. I'm not sure the spider is still alive. Let me inspect the spider. We had freezer spiders in the last stream. We'll get them eventually. So here you can kind of hear the different musics thing. Like, it's kind of weird what areas will give you music and what won't. I never really fully understood it. I really like the Spiral World. I have to remember to keep up the Spiral World. What do we want? What do you want me to do? Oh, we gotta make a coelacanth. Or however you... How the hell do you say that? Is it coelacanth or coelacanth? It's one of those things you never hear other people say. Minimum 1 Andreoplis. 1. Is that this thing? Wait, no. Oh, that's this guy. Okay. Coelacanth? Alright, that's what I thought. So... 28C in the deep sea. Is this deep sea? Yes. So we need the temperature to get a lot lower. But that's good. There's so many boys in the stream. Some very good boys. High quality boy stream. At what point do we get spicy boys, though? I don't think there are spicy boys. I think there's... I'm not sure there's any kind of ant in this, honestly. There are other bugs. Mostly flying ones. Oh, bugs also took a really long time to happen in my original world. Little bellflowers. True, the lava is a very spicy boy. That reminds me. Hold on. You guys have heard of Tide Pods, but what about spicy honey? Doesn't that look tasty? Some high quality spicy honey right there. Molten glass does look like it looks like making confections. It does kind of look delicious. Forbidden honey, yes. I think, did something die? Things die all the time, it's fine. At first you'll worry when things go extinct and stuff, but eventually you realize that that just happens way too often. Oh, Spide! Spide is back. Good Spide. Eventually you realize it's not really worth worrying too much about. I'm gonna kind of make the spiral go down in terms of height as it moves inwardly. Like, I don't have enough HP to make this all happen at once. But you can kind of see what I'm trying to do, right? Like, it gets big over here, and then it kind of goes down and lowers as it goes towards the spiral. I want to kind of have a designer world kind of going on. No, the desert is fine. No, Codium Fragile, please. Actually, hold up. I do have one idea though. Wait, is this considered highland? Oh. So there's different heights, and so we want at least some highland. There's upland, highland. I think there's mountain as well. So I think to get mountain, you have to go kind of crazy high. Like, so high. Actually, I'm not sure if I can even go that high. Yeah, I can't go higher than Highland right now. So we'll just make kind of the lowest amount of Highland that we can. Oh. Wait, DS? People think DS styluses? How does that qualify as a forbidden food? As a forbidden snack? There's a whole subreddit for that, by the way, though. We talked about whipped soap last time, actually. Whipped soap is inappropriately, like, that looks deliberately delicious, and that is kind of... that is unreasonable. Oh, hey, we got coral. We got our first coral. Coral is actually an animal, by the way, not a plant. It looks like sea plants, which is not. So my idea, once I can get these up here, so let's make these highland. Oops. Forbidden Pocky. I guess. Oops. No. So I kind of need to make this. This area should be upland, and then lowland. So like lowland on the inner part of the spiral, then upland here. So all right, I kind of get. Let me raise this up. There we go. Now, my idea. Do I have the water? I don't have the water. Wait, where's the, oh no, it's the river source. The river source. There we go. My idea was you can make really cool looking waterfalls though in this game. You can just make them anywhere you want, so it's really nice to just make these huge waterfalls. I don't think they really have, I don't want to kill the spine, that much effect on the atmosphere, but it just looks really good. You just have to grind until you get giant green kelp. Make a big deep hole. For what purpose? Temperature going down? Yeah, it is. I like the stats. The stats are kind of minimal, but also just enough to be pretty helpful for the global conditions. Oh, rest in pieces, Pachyonorthus. Temperature seems oddly stable. Is it actually going down? Oh, it should be going way down. Holy crap. That actually may be too far down. What temperature do I need? Deep sea at 28. So deep sea is actually a certain amount lower than your regular temperature. So that it may actually be too far. Alright, no. It's still pretty hot. But you can make deep sea go really deep. So... The problem is if I keep making... If I go too deep, it kind of keeps raising the temperature, so... 28C. Like, you can make C go... Oh, wow. We're almost already at the bottom. Alright, so maybe not quite this deep. You can make some trenches that are pretty trenchy. Oh, wait. Oh. Get back up here, land. There we go. I guess it's kind of a regional thing. We say caramel here. Caramel always sounded like more trying to be all fancy like. Temperature go down already. Oh wait, speed up, there we go. Oh hey. Hey, we got coelacanth. We actually already have an animal, but whatever. We're not supposed to have that spider yet. Oh, it's Geostega! I think that's like the first dinosaur, like, I think it's like actually pre-dinosaur. Yeah, we're getting ready for them dinosaurs. Yeah, this is a really cool game. I really do recommend this a lot. The Steam version got bad reviews because the it did have some bugs. Like, it was mostly a port quality issue, not a game quality issue. I think this is a really good idea for a world thing. I kind of accidentally did the spiral thing, and obviously the levels aren't evened out. Try to correct that a bit here. Out of health again. Can you carve off enough of the earth to make it a sphere? I mean, you could try going tile by tile to make it vaguely spheroid, but then it would just be a dome, because you can't really make the underside like that. And I don't think anything would live on your dome either. You just make like an actual Death Star, except for the star part. More of a death planet. So one of the more frustrating parts of being in the sort of early game is that you kind of have to stop your projects in the middle of themselves to replenish health and stuff. Oh, come on. Oh, never mind. I like the little musical cue as you raise the stuff up. Oh, hold on. The mouse and cat must be at the same level. Nature has decreed it to be so. What happened here? This chunk, I demand this chunk to be raised. Oh, I screwed it up even worse. Wait, no, I didn't. Never mind. It just doesn't quite fit because of this little chunkular bit. Let's leave that there. It's fine for now. This place is a bit narrow. Probably. Why is this here? I think I was just showing off how low you could go. There's a lot of really nice like touches and seeing like that little musical note. And I love the little. Looks like there's Cheerios in the ground. Forbidden Ground Cheerios. It kind of gives me a Yoshi's Island vibe, honestly, with the side view of like cross-sectioned Earth. Like, this is a pretty common thing of like, you know, platformers that era, because everything was 2D, but it's a good look. It's a good look. Yeah, I really love these big walls of water. Waterfalls are underrated. Like they're way more common in video games than they are in real life, but I still think they're underrated because they're just so good. So good and pure. There's so much. They're crackling open. I have so much water here and there's nothing alive in it. Why? Water, explain yourself. Be better at being water. You suck. The water does look nice, though. Nice water. Somebody get Mario Wii U to review the water. Cliffs look like a layer cake. They kind of do, yeah. Yeah, you can kind of see what I'm trying to go for. Let me zoom out like this. You can kind of see what I'm going for now. Kind of like mountain and then spiraling downward. This really does look like a final dangerous area in like a Final Fantasy game. We're crawling down North Crater. You're gonna smooth out the mountain later. Yeah, I don't have enough health to really do the little fiddly bits all that well. And we'll get things, there's things later, or I probably have a bunch now. But you can get things that like kind of flatten out the ground for no HP use. So like, in fact, let me see if I can use one right now. Field source. Wait, what? There we go. But it only covers the amount of area that you have like available, like based on your level. So it's currently kind of a little bit low. So this area is going to eventually be mountain, but I can't actually spawn mountain terrain yet. Oh, come on. This bit, I'll just make go down. There, good enough. I'm not sure why I still have this cold thing here. I'll just leave it. I'll probably need a heat thing at some point. It's pretty overlooking the water. Alright, Ichitho... Ichithostega. Shore temperature 30°C. Oh, we have plenty of cool again, so we need shore that's 30 degrees Celsius. So what temperature is this? Wait, is that minimum or maximum? Alright, that should actually be able to exist now. Oh! Oh, no that wasn't. Oh, dead. Rest in peace. Hey, we got snow! So that's the main reason to have mountains, is that eventually you do get snow. Ichthy, you pronounce it like this? It's Ichthyostegabeki God. So like there's no, is it like German where there's no TH sound? And another Medusa. Valley Girl. That's more of a goth voice than Valley Girl. That's what I used for B in Night in the Woods. That was a great game. I kind of want to stream that with the weird autumn update or something sometime. Sea Slug. I'm not sure if there's sea slugs or not. Yeah, I forgot to scan the Coelacanth here. What's he doing over here? I think the temperature might get a little bit too low. I hate this water. This is why I didn't put too much fresh water, actually, because the fresh water just sucks at its job. It just sucks at living. I mean, it's an inanimate object, but still. That just amplifies its suckage at living. I think 26C is actually, like, low enough, or possibly too low already. Beautiful blue boy. There's a lot of blue boys this stream. Oops. Mesh that up all. Whatever, I'm not fixing that. Ach. Blach. Only 23 meters. Wait, what went extinct now? Why is everything down? Oh, right, it's the temperature. Temperature is kind of too low. I mean, it's actually still really high, but in like human terms, but I want to kind of keep some of this primordial life. Blue Nana? What Blue Nana died? I'll keep it at like 28. I want to say, or shore temp 30°C. Yeah, I kind of want to. I think I want lower temperature for now, so I'll try to keep the world at 30°C. When this game decides what's next in the evolution chain, there's a big old list. Actually, it's easier to see in the tree form. So, yeah. So you basically have to have the requirements above, and so like to make this thing, you gotta have this thing. But sometimes other conditions have to be met. So like Asteria Borealis can also be found hiding in Villa from Hyphalium. So you have to own the. You have to own all of the prerequisites as well as, you know, the thing immediately above it. And this guy doesn't evolve into anything, so it's not really a big deal that we missed out on him. So yeah, to start making them dinosaurs. Ichthyostega. Wow. then we can make Demandrions and all that stuff. And now all the lock icons we can't actually get now because of the story progress. So there's a bunch of trees and stuff too. I think once we get the dinosaurs start going, I'm gonna end the stream because, like I said earlier, I'm a bit tired, and it's 2 hours is a pretty decent stream. Oh, I think that's that coral I was just talking about. That's not a coral. Bivalve. A Borealis. Aurora Borealis! In this time of the year, in this time of the day, in this part of the country, localized entirely within your cube. May I see it? Oh, there's no Aurora Borealis in here. Oh my god, it's called A Borealis, and it looks like a steamed clam. I officially call this steamed clam. Oh, Aurora Borealis is back. I think there's something else new though. I've seen so many. I'll never forget a single word to the entire steamed hams exchange thanks to YouTube. What a beautiful age that we live in, the year 2018. Steamed hams is the finest, freshest meme. Nope, steamed clams. It's an old family recipe. Oh hey, it's this thing. It's they look like frosty bean sprouts. Yomi would like these. Delicious bean sprouts. They look like bean sprouts made out of like frozen yogurt. Which sounds disgusting now that I say it, but whatever. Can you make waterfall from Snowland? Yes you can. Let me... Bloop. Unfortunately, I'm not sure if the area around it will freeze. So I don't want too much water. But, I can make it like this. I had this whole, like, water pillar. Oh, what is this? This will not do. Hold on. Let me use a field source. Fix this puppy up. I think... There. Use a field source. But yeah, you can kind of do like that. Did I have everything? Yeah. What? Wow. Wait, what? Let me read this again. Where did it grow? Oh, it's over here. Wow, Geophylium. Aster Borealis can be found hiding in it. Wait, what's this? New boy discovered. What boy is it? It's another trilobite boy. Trilobite for cool climates. Oh, this area is really cool because of well, the cool stone. I'm liking it. I'm not sure what you mean. I'm liking it, sad face. I don't know the context of that. Why does... I don't think there's, like, much fresh water. Like, I don't think you're supposed to have a lot of fresh water yet. So there's just not many freshwater things yet at this point in the game. But freshwater is definitely less fun. And it's kind of jagged, isn't it? I'll fix it later. Oh, Spide. Good Spide. Happy Spide. Look at him go. See, they look like plushies, which is a good aesthetic. I wish they had kind of higher res textures, but I don't think this has PS4 Pro mode, so. It's a little bit thin. Again. Sad face was supposed to turn into a wah emoji. Oh. Oh, wait, are those... I think those are the things I just scanned, right? Yeah. You hear the noise when it's happening for the first time. A little triumphant flourish. Yeah, the predators you can see, or all of them eat, really, if you watch them enough. Oh, I got a thing. The art style in this game is just super cute, though. It's just so satisfying to see everything grow and keep your little friends hot jellos. Eventually we'll get some freezer cactuses up here, which will be fun. I think we have to get regular cactuses first, but... Come on. There you go! Oh my gosh, it feels wow. The noble amphibian bound towards a watery domain. Life's a trip. What does evolution even mean, man? What does it all mean? Don't get all stoner on me, Navi. Here's some extra info. Are you making capturing? Oops. Oh yeah, I already know that. So yeah. Like I said, since we made dinos, well, we're starting to make dinos, or amphibians at least. I'm gonna go ahead and stream here. I'll probably stream tomorrow and Sunday, I guess, with more of this. Also, we will be streaming Chaos Wars at some point. I'll announce that in advance in like a thing. I'll try to make a thing out of it. But that game is a PS2 game with amazingly horrible voice acting. Let me find a clip. Hold on, let me make this so you can hear this. I hope you don't get like deafened. I don't. Wait, no. Why is it? Oh, it's muted. Hold on. This is Chaos Wars. Okay, that's a little loud.
Let's see. What am I hungry for?
Don't buy anything yet. We have a shopping list.
We have a shopping list.
We need to hurry. Everyone's waiting for us.
Something bit her tongue.
Screaming.
Screaming!
Sounds like a girl. I'll go check it out.
Can you hear this? Last time I played this, no one could hear this.
On the street. Did she faint, seeing a monster or something?
Oh, this isn't even the good part. There was a way better one. Oh, here we go. This is the one. This is the good one. No, shut up.
So, can you move, Uru?
Karen.
Wow, I really can't move my body.
Wow. So good!
What did you do, Nicole?
What did you do, Nicole?
Perfumed Zigitaris, a type of muscle relaxant gas. You probably don't understand the logic, but you can feel the effects, no?
No, really. It's great. I can't tense my muscles at all.
Why does the music get so loud? Oh my gosh! The music, the voice acting is so good though. I don't know how much of the game I'll be able to tolerate, but also I'll have to play it on emulator, unfortunately. But we'll see how well it goes.
Away.
Wait, really? You can't hear it? Oh, what? Hold on.
Be careful.
Okay, it's
Probably
really
get
loud
sick,
now.
Just like when you eat rotten food off the ground.
It's okay, Uru. Just relax and let it go. I'll be done in a second.
Are you serious? It's like melting my ears right now.
I don't really want your twisted love. I really don't.
Stop it, Nicole. I can't move.
Stop
Is
it,
anyone
Nicole.
there?
I know you guys are having fun, but could you stop a sec and tell me why I am involved with this?
Who's having fun? I'm in a load of trouble, just so you know.
Let me restart it because the first part is amazing.
So, can you move, Uru? Karen?
Wow, I really can't move my body.
Can you still not hear this?
What
Are you
did
not
you
hearing how
do?
amazing this is? I figured chat would be like nuts. Or is that like everybody left because they said I was leaving? But it's so good. It's so... How do you not understand how good this is?
Perfumed Zigitaris, a type of muscle relaxant gas.
Karen.
You probably don't understand the logic, but you can feel the effects, no?
No, really. It's great. I can't tense my muscles at all.
I'm done with your nonsense. I'll take your Tengayo away.
Be careful. You'll probably get sick, just like when you eat rotten food off the ground.
It's okay, Uru.
It's so good.
Just relax.
Are you not hearing it?
I'll be done in a second.
I don't really want your twisted love. I really don't.
Stop it, Nicole. I can't move. Is anyone there?
Every time Karen talks, I lose my
I know
shit.
you guys are having fun, but could you stop a sec and tell me why I am involved with this?
She's fucking laughing. It's amazing. This is Chaos Wars. This is like they legally, or not like legally, but in order to publish a PlayStation 2 game at that point in time, well, like any point in time probably, they had to have an English voice dub, but they didn't have the money for like a good one. So they just got like, the theory anyway, is they just got random family members to just read the lines because they had to have an English voice track.
Who's having fun? I'm in a load of trouble, just so you know.
I'm sorry. You don't have anything to do with this.
She sounds like she's asleep.
Karen is so nice. Did you hear that? It's all your fault.
I also can't follow this. I can't follow what the hell they're talking about at all. I don't know if that's just because I haven't like played it, but like, this does not make any sense. But yeah, I'm gonna get a copy of that and play it. And like I said, I'll have to play it on. Was that seriously not audible until I turned everything up? By the way, because it usually it's like tied to how loud I hear it, and it's like deafening in my ears right now. I would say these are a lot worse than the Mega Man X4, because like, well, I would say Mega Man 8 is worse than X4. I haven't heard Michigan Report from Hell. I don't think I've seen that, or that one. I think I've heard of that one. Is that a sweary game? That's like a horror PS2 thing. Anyway, yeah. Not gonna do Chaos Wars this weekend though. I'm gonna announce it on the main channel, and it's just really good. When I do the announcement video, I'll make sure you can actually hear the voices, but they're so good. And I'll have to see how well it runs on my emulator, because my fat PS3 died and like sold my PS2 like ages ago. I need to get my PS2 game, and I need to get a PS2 and maybe PS1 and all my retro stuff again at some point. But should be really good. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. That was a really fun stream. This game's just a really good game for streaming, and we'll continue our adventures with life next time. That's right. That's right. You haven't been disruptive since like the beginning of the stream. That's rare. Hello. Say hi. No, those are my rice cakes. You don't want these. You do not want these. Trust me. Trust me. No, you seriously, you do not want them. These are just puffs. These are just barely edible puffs of nothing. No, you don't. You seriously, you don't want them. Just because I have a thing does not mean you need to want that thing. Anyway, see you, everybody. Would you please stop obscuring the thing so I can turn it off?